Hello. I'm trying a new setup, so this is very yeah. I'm just gonna test stuff first. Let me know how things are coming through. Whoa. Echo, really? Yes. Okay. I think the webcam was on. It should probably be gone now. Cool. What was I gonna do? There was something I was supposed to check. I got this insane setup with like 2 computers over here, a freaking iPhone over the Machinedrum, and just like my mic is going into the Machinedrum, so I can like add. Oh, that glare is gonna be a problem. I can like add sample rate reduction stuff to my voice. So that's pretty unusable. Wow, there's a lot of glare from that. Maybe does this work? It's not good. See if I can finesse this. Sorry about this mess. No. La la la. Jesus. Just come on. Yeah. No, the glare is for me in the in the display, because yeah, I've got a big light right up ahead here to kind of make it a bit nicer for you. Whatever, I'll learn to live with it. Okay, let's just. How's the audio levels? Let's try. Is it loud enough? It sounds pretty loud in my headphones, but it looks pretty loud on OBS as well. Let's see if we can get some little. God, I'm gonna have to like scoot this over so I'm sitting a bit better. Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. Sorry. Jesus, that's a sad sound. It's a bit hot. Yeah. Oh, God. I think this is probably a good level. Yes, no. Anyway, thanks to everyone for coming. I just got my hands on this Machinedrum. A friend borrowed it to me, and because mine's, I unfortunately didn't take that with me to Germany, but I figured it would be cool to stream just having a look at this Machinedrum X firmware. Because it's a funny story. So this went on the radar at Elektron really early on. I was like, I don't know what I was searching for, but I ended up finding this this like MAME port of the Machinedrum firmware. And for those who don't know, MAME is like an arcade emulation engine, basically. I think that's like the TLDR. But anyway, I was like, whoa, this is pretty crazy. And I showed it to one of the devs who had been working at Elektron for like forever. And he was like, he looked at it and he was like, it's a very funny guy, which I like him a lot. And he was like, looked at it, he was like, he looked at me, it's like, you know, there are smart people out there. So I knew instantly that this was something pretty major. Because that's high praise coming from him. So and then well, you know, that was like a few years ago, I think, and then this unofficial firmware popped up kind of out of nowhere. And back then I was still working at Elektron, and at the office everybody was just like, whoa, what's this thing? How did people do this? This is insane. But like super impressed and really into it. And we were like, how can we kind of support them? But like, you know, legally it's kind of a minefield and stuff. So the unofficial support, I guess, the official support is a bit, you know, it's hard to do that stuff. But internally it was like a lot of respect and admiration, or, you know, just like, it was just like a cool thing because... oh, and here's one of the devs. Shout out to Yatao. And yeah, basically, I lost track there a little bit. But yeah, it was just like everybody was just impressed and thought it was really cool that someone was breathing life or fixing some things in the Machinedrum. And, you know, internally we were all like, where's this going? Are they gonna like add, because they unlock this secret machine eventually, and we were like, whoa. And I dug around in the code base and was like, oh yeah, it exists there. And we looked at it, and it kind of had some unmapped parameters. And we were like, yeah, this is really funny that it's just being, it was like I think one of the analog emulated snare drums that was supposed to be like a little update to the original one, but just an improvement sort of, but it didn't really you know, go to full fruition. But basically we were just like, where's this going? Are they gonna like, you know, add something major in the end? That would be really cool. And personally I was super excited to see like, what if they add engines, you know, and stuff like that. But to me that seemed like a really crazy thing to just, you know, or like to be able to do that felt like a big hurdle. But then, you know, like a year or whatever later, here it is. So I'm really excited to dig into this. I've had a brief go at Jenk's place, data line, and it seemed really cool where it addresses a lot of things with the Machinedrum that I've always wanted to see change. Like for those of you who've been using it forever, I mean, it's like the tuning is kind of whatever. It's like not tuned to any tuning system per se. It's just like pitch, which, you know, it's okay for a drum machine sort of, but I mean, as we all know, the Machinedrum can do like everything kind of. It's like still one of the most impressive pieces of kit to this day, and it's kind of unrivaled in more areas than just drum machines, certainly in drum machines, which is cool. So now you can like pitch stuff to equal temperament tuning, which I believe is in quarter-tones on this one. So you have basically two values per semitone. So like 0 would be, the bass note, probably a C. 12 would be something. 24 is an octave. And this is really impromptu on my end. I just wanted something to do today and thought it would be cool to stream. So it's been a while since I used the Machinedrum. I haven't really looked so deeply into this OS, but I figured we probably would like to have a look at the new engines first, because those are really cool. It's going to be a lot of clacking, as I'm sure you all know and love. Hello to Rikard and Gumar. Thank you for looking at my face. So basically, the new machines are part of the G&D family, which I guess stands for ground, and ground. Oh, hey, Andreas. nice to see some friends in here. Well, I'm over here all alone. So really warms my heart. It's an Easter miracle. Shout out to no. So ground is like kind of like the built-in machines that kind of just make very simple things like noise or sine wave. And traditionally has been like something that people liked a lot to mess around with, because it was like that thing that didn't really do much, but the Machinedrum is so deep that you can kind of twist them anyway. Let's load in the G&D sine. So yeah, obviously just a regular sine wave. So the original machine only had pitch, decay, and this ramp generator. But what they added is multiple voices. So we have pitch 2, 3, 4, and unison. So pitch 2, when you push that over 0, basically, minus 64, you start hearing a second tone. And you can do like little beatings or, overtones, octaves, harmonics is the word I was looking for. Suddenly we have like a richer sound to play around with. And as you hear, the pitch is stepped. You can change that setting here from tonal to default. So now it's kind of unpitched, or it's like atonal, basically. Oh yeah, here we go. The signpost slap, one of my favorite sounds. Maybe some AM. Probably a little EQing. Yeah, it's a pretty cool sound. Yeah, we got a little bell thing. A Machinedrum pillow for $80. Buy it. Just buy it. It's worth it. But okay, yeah. So let's keep building a kit. Let's build a bass drum with the sine. Let's do everything sine first. Let's see, is this tonal? So yeah, you have to change them to tonal up here. You basically press right until you get to that spot. I actually sold a Machinedrum before I left Sweden for like dirt cheap. I don't even want to say how much it was. And the guy was like, "What do you do for a living?" And I'm like, "Well, I work for Elektron, or well, I used to just now. Anyway, it was funny. He thought Elektron was based in Stockholm, which is really interesting. Anyway, I think we could do maybe like a log drum, bass drum. Oh, this is nice. Maybe. I mean, in some way, it kind of starts to like go into like a modal territory almost, which is really cool. Of course, you don't have control over the amplitude of the sine waves, so it's a little heavy-handed, but it's still super cool. Oh god, the LFO, yeah, the LFO is actually, I think this is one of the more clever LFOs I come across. Like, I really like this mixing between the different shapes. It's kind of a clever thing I haven't seen in that many synths, I guess. Like how you can, and there's more shapes they added here, which we'll get into soonish. So here we have obviously a ramp up, or like from the floor to the ceiling. And here, the other way around, so you can kind of get like a weird mix, but I'm just gonna go with the exponential. Oh, there's the ramp. God, why did I do this? But then we can use the LFO for like a transient or whatever. And what would be maybe dist? Sample rate reduction is a good noise-ish. Sounds a little bunk. Maybe EQ gain sometimes is good. No. What about just the dist? It's good enough. Nice tom. I wonder. It doesn't go that low though. Whatever, we'll make it a bass drum. Some low end from the filter. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay. That's coolish. My filter trick seems to have backfired. It's now the distortion trick. It's now not sounding nice anymore, and that's the last thing I want. The EQ gain is kind of cute. I'm gonna roll with that. There we go. Does it preserve pitch of your original patterns? I do believe so. Yes. I think the SysX is like. It just kind of adds to stuff, I would say. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's not perfect, but you know, these machines are, I mean, it's not like what you would love to use for the same type of cool drums. I realize now that the worst thing about this stream is that I obsess over drum sounds so much, because it's one of my favorite things to synthesize. But so I'm just gonna have to cut things short a little bit. Let's say that bass drum is good enough. Let's do like a little. I'm pretty sure we could coax. Am I drinking coffee at this hour? Yeah, I heard you're not allowed to drink alcohol on Twitch, so it's not beer. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure we should be able to do a pretty cool, what's it called? Hi-hat? Pretty good. You know. So, I wish it had retrig so bad right now. Retrig noted. Oh shit. If you guys add retrig, then I will be really grateful. I made a track a long time ago with like where you can do like the, let's see, if you go into the echo and you do like time 4, so it's like a quarter note or something, I can't remember. And then we add a send somewhere to the delay, not the reverb. There we go. It's just really funny. Let's try and make this a little. That's better. All right. Let's see. What else do we do? Melodies. Maybe we've got the tonal stuff, which I haven't used on anything except for the bass drum, but I always tune my bass drum. What do you guys tune your bass drum in? Y'all, what do y'all, I shouldn't say. What do y'all tune your bass drums to? I usually go for G for some reason, or E, or F sharp sometimes. Let me know in the comments, or the chat, I mean. Like and subscribe. Yes, let's see. I think for this thing, a little melody, it would tune by ear. Tuning? Okay, fine. Sorry, I'm almost 30. I've lost my edge. I tune things these days. It's really sad, I know, but it's just the life I've chosen at this point. So, Let's do like a bell thing, I guess. Beautiful. Okay. Get rid of some of those lovely overtones. Then I want a huge reverb. Oh no, God! How do you? I always forget where the freaking where the where the effects are on this thing. A little pre-delay, decay. Yeah. Did I add to? Oh shit. Still works. Still works. A little less send maybe for the snare-ish thing. Popping is pretty bad there. I think the popping happens because I try to turn down the pitch of each oscillator, and that probably introduces some discontinuity. And I guess it's a pretty dramatic shift. I don't know where this track is going. It's like a weird 2000s nightmare at this point. Some weird IDM. Kinda cute. Let's clear the pattern. Where's the BPM? Oh, the tempo button, right. Okay, 180, thanks. I want to fix this bass drum. I really want it to work, my trick. What if I... better. No. Maybe like some little E. Oh, that's psychotic. Let's go for that. Big. Okay. Let's also extend this bad boy. mean, it's really interesting with quarter tones, because it's obviously has a lot of I mean, obviously you can do like, I really like quarter tone tuning actually. You can do like these dissonant. Yeah, I mean, really fun to play around with. Let's clear that again. Clear pattern. Thank you. Let's look at the other machines. So the other machines are similar. The ground. Well, actually, well, okay. Let's look. So ground saw, as you would expect. Now we're into saw waves instead. That was probably really loud. Add some alpha unit strings and a 606 and you're done. What was it? Juno, then what? Anyway, yeah, so this has a little skew thing. I would assume that without actually trying this, I would assume it goes from just pouring my non-beer here. It's just soda water. But anyway, yes, I would guess the skew goes from a ramp to a triangle, I would think. Yeah, wow, that's really nice, because I love triangle waves. I mean, they're buzzy, low, still kind of soft. Everything you love in a waveform. I don't know. Quite good, yeah. Let's see if we turn them all to 0 and up the unison, what would happen? Oh no, it was, the meme was, you have two asks, you detune them, then what? That's what we're doing now. Wow. So yeah, obviously they are phase reset every time you trigger them. And that's why you hear this phasing instead of, like, you know, something more super saw-esque. But if we sustain the note longer, mess around a little bit, you'll hear that it's kind of more, you know, doing the usual unison revolve. But you know, yeah, it's a decent vinyl on Birthed, I've heard. It's kind of okay. The guy who made it, though, I don't know. But yeah, then what? Yeah, so it feels very... I have a track that sounds exactly like that, kind of. Tonal. Yeah, this sounds good. I always like to add like... Are they actually droning on maximum decay? Seems like it. That's cool. Oops. Lots to do with the saw machines, huh? Try this. Pretty psychotic. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And I mean, the skew is nice because it allows you to do like a you know, just a ramp. Just a ramp sounds kind of thin, but you know, a little triangle in there, or make it a little skewed. You get more low end. I mean, it would be kind of nice as a bass drum. God, it has a ramp. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, but I digress. Really funny. That's actually, I was more excited about the sine wave oscillators because I typically like additive stuff, but the saw sounds really good. Like with the skew, being able to make it fatter, it's like really nice. Let's try and make some more reasonable bass drum. I keep forgetting how this clips a little easier than the modern stuff. Although the headroom is kind of, you know, I have it set to it's here, so it's, you know, it's pretty decently loud, I would say. Okay, let's also, you know, have some dignity in this world. You know, yeah. No. Oh God. Oh, I forgot the control all is function instead of nudging stuff. Yeah, let's put an LFO on that thingy. Sine? What? Sine? Yeah, I guess they added sine wave to the wave shapes. That is very cool, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the things added here are insane. Also, they fixed a really funny bug that it fixed this really funny bug where if you trigger the Machinedrum with MIDI, the phase is inverted of the output of that voice. And I remember one day when I was working at support at Elektron, in support at Elektron, like 2015 or 16 or whatever, this customer reached out to us and was like, hey, this is happening. And I was like, there's no way. And then I tried it out. I was like, well, okay. And I went to one of the devs and he was like, no, that's impossible. And I was like, well, try it for yourself. And, you know, yeah, it inverted the phase of the voice when it was triggered by a MIDI. And they just didn't know why. But obviously these guys fixed it. Well, you know, they didn't have time to look into it, basically. It's like, you know, you never know why before you try and find out, obviously. So, yeah, some kind of... Oh, wow. Look at that. Maybe this doesn't need to have an LFO as well, but maybe... What can we do to make something noisy? Is that like a little random? I mean, it was such a long time ago since I used this thing. But obviously... Oh! Yeah. Completely broken, just the way I like it. Let's do the favorite autocker thing I really love, like this. You know, obviously on like the LCC or like what's it called, Untilted, you can really you can really hear that they're doing like parameter locks and stuff. And one thing I love is this like reduction of the filter on some of the drum hits. God, the song machine is like, that's where it's at. But what about hi-hats? It's probably really good at hi-hats. Is anyone bored? I just want to check. Do you want me to do other stuff than just trying to make things with these? Or, just let me know what you want to see. Like, cause, I don't know. I'm just having a good time finding this stuff out. It's really cute. But, if it's boring, or if you want me to, do a little dance or something that would more entertain you. Not bored at all. Well, that's good. That's nice. That's not really a hi-hat, though. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So yeah, I guess the theory behind the hi-hat thing, it's, like the 808, it has a bunch of square wave oscillators that are detuned in a certain ratio, and then it's filtered with a bandpass filter. We can kind of do that here too because of the genius bass width filter, which I love. So you add like these complex overtones that creates a beating, and then you filter it to really high frequencies, and that kind of makes a hi-hat. Gonna go for some kind of boring thing for this because I think it will sound pretty good. It kind of takes away too much from the sound. Let's not do it so much. Yeah, that's pretty good. You better hit save on that. We're not saving anything. Nothing's gonna be saved. How do you even save on this? I don't even remember. Save. Okay. A lot of things are very good with this machine. I love the UI. I love the look. Like the hardware design. I'm gonna try and squeeze in some like little anecdotes, but yeah, I mean, it's such a classic unit. It's really wild to think that this is where they went after the SID station. And I mean, a lot of it was just I read the original. If you're not familiar with the SID station, it's this synth that is based on the sound chip from a Commodore 64, which a couple of guys at a university in Sweden, Gothenburg, eventually made a product out of, and it became Elektron. And Elektron then, these people somehow they just were like, yeah, let's just make the most advanced drum machine we could. And I was always curious whether the one of the founders still worked at Elektron, so I did ask him. But I was always curious about was the ambition always so high? And it really was. I saw the initial sketch of Machinedrum in terms of specs, and it was just like yeah, it's gonna be the most sick drum machine ever made, and it's really interesting that actually happened. But I mean, I think also circumstantially, it's a small team of extremely passionate people, because they didn't do this for Well, I mean, getting paid is important. Of course, you need to have some sort of income while doing that, and I'm sure that was part of it. Making something that you can sell. But obviously, also, I think they were all like super dedicated in doing this and just wanted to make something really cool. And these people were also really talented individuals. Some of them work at Teenage Engineering now, and funnily. The person then, they got funding and also had a partnership sort of, I think, with Acne, which today is more known as Acne Studios, making fashion. But at that point, they were more of an advertisement agency co-created by Jesper Kauthoff, who now owns Teenage Engineering. And they went into a partnership, and he sort of created the look of Elektron, which is how this machine looks, the logo types, and also the interface of the machine, which I think is still to this day really beautiful. Just huge shout out to all of those people who poured their heart and soul into this, which I think shows. I mean, it's such a crazy machine to make at all. It would have been crazy today, like if you went to like a company that's grown as much as Elektron or is of any kind of size and would be like, yeah, we're going to make this, they would just be like, that's insane. You can't do that. And it's just, when you've scaled stuff to a certain size, it's just like more risk involved. Any chance to see any early sketches? I'm obviously not allowed to share any of that kind of stuff. I can say though that there was like a Machinedrum. The first Machinedrum render looked like the SID station. It was hilarious, and luckily it didn't pan out like that. But yeah, super cool that it came together. I mean, still, I'm just waiting for someone to trump it, because it's still undefeated in terms of complex drum machines. Yeah, let's make some more stuff. Someone said make a melody, so let's do that with the tonal. So yeah, quarter tones. I'm bad at math, so we'll see. But I have good ears, so. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go for my favorite machine in this machine, or one of the favorites at least. I've been completely obsessed with the FM bass, the FM drums on this machine since forever, and analyzed them quite deeply. Some things of the digitone actually came from my research into how these work and how they're like the sort of ideology behind them, or their annoyances with that, which is funny. But anyway, if we load this in, so usually, let me just demonstrate for the sake of demonstrating. The default setting, which has been for like years and years, is that the pitch is sort of there. It's not tuned to a tuning system, I don't think. I think it's probably just scaled linearly. I don't know. I haven't used this OS very much, so I can't say if it's stable or not. But I mean, I haven't heard any issues from the Elektronauts user base, so I would assume that it's fairly safe to use. So yeah, anyway, it's kind of not tuned at this. Oh God, it's kind of not tuned at this point. Another thing that's so nice about this that I keep forgetting is that it has a lot of functions that are surface level. Like you press one thing and it does it. Anyway, yes. So we can change the tuning to tonal, and now it's quarter tones in. I guess it's called 24 tet because it's yeah. The firmware source code, I've actually looked at it. It's pretty gnarly. Some of it is uncommented. Yeah, it's all assembly. Everything's assembly. Some parts I think is C. I'm not sure how much I should comment on that stuff, seeing as I'm, don't work there anymore, and I'm definitely obliged to some sort of secrecy about stuff, which I want to respect. But I think it's fair to me to comment stuff like that. But I'll let you know if I can't say. But I mean, it's not like bad. It's just like made by, you know, kind of a less professional setting, I guess you could say. So it's, you know, some stuff is uncommented, you know, stuff like that. The Octatrack firmware, I can actually comment on this. I think this is, because this is something that people say a lot, that like that the Octatrack firmware isn't understood by the current Elektron staff. That's not true. There are a lot of people who worked on Octatrack still at Elektron, although it's not that many at this point. Maybe 3 or 4 people. I mean, obviously they added stuff. They know how it works. I think the problem is just that it has so many features. Like the Octatrack was made kind of by a team of developers together, just like throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, from my understanding. Or like, you know, that's maybe undercutting it a bit. I heard it more as like this very creative process, because a lot of those guys talk about it like a very fun time where they just like, you know, they were like, oh, let's add this, let's try this. So I think it's more like just, it's a lot of stuff crammed into it, and also done like maybe a little bit spur in the moment. And I also think that's why it's very good. They obviously had a lot of fun doing it, like, which is really cool. In some way, I see it as a problem when companies grow too much. I get a little disinterested myself, because when things start to matter more about like what kind of because you know, at that point you can't really innovate as much, because you have to still keep things afloat. So you have to do things that are safer, sort of. Which is fine, and you know, at Elektron we still I think they still remained a certain level of quality that was really good, and made things that are unique and cool still. But you know, it's nothing as spacey as like the Machinedrum or whatever. And I think that's good and bad. You know, for me, I think I am more comfortable at like doing stuff that is quirkier, probably, or you know, a little weirder maybe. Andreas. Just okay, what were we? Melody? Sorry, I like going off on tangents. I like sharing little tidbits of stuff. Hope it's not okay. So tonal. So yeah, now this will be tuned to 24 tet. Is it 48 tet? It's quarter tone. So it's like 2 steps per semi, or like it's 2 tones in between each semitone, I think. Okay, so the trick with this one to make it kind of more, one really funny thing about the ramp on this that's always like been kind of funny to me is how it's if you have it at 0, it goes down up. So around 10. Around 12, it's fairly stable. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if it's, you know. Anyway, what's really cool about the EFM bass drum is that it's like this really nice little 2-up FM synth, which it sounds good. Actually, well, okay, sounds great. So yeah, we've got modulator, frequency for the modulator, and a decay envelope for the modulator. So it's like a little 2-operator FM synth. And the frequency, I think the like even ratios or whatever are kind of power of 2 numbers. That's 1, I guess. I think. Sounds like it. That's 1. The one before was probably 0.5. formats too. F4. God, it's good. Also, one thing, it's not face modulation, I don't think. So one day I would like to clone this in software, probably. I don't know, just, would be fun to have a little emulator somewhere. But I'm pretty sure it's linear FM. So usually like the Yamaha stuff and the Digitone and everything is face modulation. So you're not actually modulating the pitch of anything. You're just modulating the waveform phase, like where it starts and stops, sort of, to cut it short. But so that keeps it like frequency consistent. So you don't have any detuning when you do, but like how to explain this? It's like more stable, basically. And you can also do feedback without it detuning it, because if you do feedback with linear FM, you introduce instability, and that will just detune things. And clearly, clearly it does so here. Although, and I've tried to recreate sort of the sound of this many times, and it wasn't until fairly recently where I was like, oh wait, it's actually linear FM probably. That's why I haven't been able to make it with phase modulation, because it has this very gnarly sound. There's also this myth that everything in Machinedrum is 12-bit, like the synthesis. Not at all. It's much higher resolution. It's only the sample part that's 12-bit. So yeah, anyway. Something. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. And okay. Melody. Yeah, okay. The reverb first. Let's think about how does the pattern sound like? Okay, let's do some Autekerian stuff. Like I want like a no. Oh, that was pretty good. And you know what? Let's copy that track and let's see if we can do like, would 80 be the... Oh, no. Okay. Oh. Confusing timing wise. Let's have this. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. He's reading some comments. Yeah, I mean, making melodies, totally doable. Fun too. I kind of, it's funny. I kind of like making melodies by turning like knobs and stuff, because like I always like doing that on the rhythm, you know. I kind of found that more. Like, I guess it depends on what you want to do, but like for me, I was kind of like into this, like turning the knob to find like semitones instead of like on the analog 4, like using a little keyboard or whatever. I don't know. It's a cool way to make melodies and stuff. Let's see. Keeping up with the world. Okay. Can it drone? Yeah. Let's do a drone. Yeah. Okay, am I deleting anything? No. Yeah, so I found, it's really funny. Oh, let's do the pulse. It's time to introduce the pulse. God, I love this interface on this machine. It's so good. Elektron should just make a Mark whatever of this. Whoa. Very chiptune. Wow. That's a square. Oh, width. Yeah, I was very curious whether these are just wavetables or if it's like actually algorithmic. And this one certainly sounds like it is an algorithmic function, because you have this like weird, or maybe, you know, I don't know. It would be, I guess it would be computationally more expensive to implement to like a one-dimensional wavetable rather than, okay, whatever. I think if I push decay to 100, it will, the max, it will just drone. Okay. Did I mention my microphone is going through the Machinedrum? Let's see if we can do something really annoying. Oh. Anyway. It's good. Hello. Anyway, right. Let's do some like deep freaking unison stuff. Maybe pushing them above 0 is a good idea, because the unison might go bipolarly. Whoa. And with the Machinedrum, you know, I'm like, oh, I would like an LFO on both the unison amount and the filter. Well, lucky us, because the Machinedrum has this brilliant thing where you can route an LFO to anywhere. So you have 16 LFOs where you can do whatever you want with you know, any track anywhere. It's really cool. And, you know, people have complained a lot. Did that ring out? Is it not droning? Okay, well, people, whoa, that's a bit louder. People have complained a lot about how that isn't a thing on recent Elektron machines, and the thing is pretty simple. I mean, the new Elektron stuff has presets and stuff. So I mean, that would be something you can only store in like the pattern, but the presets include LFO destinations, and then you get this problem, which is really sad. Okay. How is this gonna... Whoa. Obviously, it doesn't drone exactly. That's hard. Really hard. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you asked too. Okay, well, what else? What else do we do? Do we do a melody? Yes. Let's try to make some weird sounds with the square then, I guess, you know. Maybe the square could have like a rough, if that makes. Oh shit! One thing about the Machinedrum that's really sad is that automating volume has a lot of zipper noise, so you can't really do any fade-ins because it just sounds like garbage. It just needs more interpolation. Yeah. But basically, whoa, what? Decay is scaled pretty weird. Nothing, almost nothing, pretty much still almost nothing. It's starting to become a sound. Long. Well, I mean, a lot of stuff I think is really cool about the Machinedrum, I think stems from the fact that a lot of the people that worked on it were kind of just like, you know, finding their way. Because like at that point, you know, nowadays when you need to like do a certain thing, like some, you know, you need like a certain oscillator or algorithm or whatever, someone's already done it, you know, and at that point, in some cases, yes, many cases, yes. But like today you can sort of find like a research paper and be like, well, you can do this stuff. Back then it was kind of more, you know, and also like these sort of things didn't exist. So it was just like, you know, finding your own way to this. So a lot of the machines are quirky as hell, which I think is really cool. Like the ranges of everything is insane. Like on the on the FM machines especially, it just goes from like, you know, like a you know, like a really good bass drum to like a decent fart sound to like, you know, nothing. But yeah, I mean, that's so charming about it, I think. It's just like crazy. And you know, that's something that's going off on a tangent here. That's something I don't like about working at a big company. They do too many things right, you know? You need to do some things a little weird because that's cool. That's what, you know, like this thing, it's so weird and that's why it's cool. Like the mono machine, they're both weird as hell, you know? And yeah. Where was I? Maybe I will modulate the, oh god, okay, let's just use another LFO. Maybe I will modulate the filter then. So next to this, trigger. Doesn't need to have, okay, let's see. I'm trying to make some sort of fade in. Okay. Why not? Oh, because it starts from... What? Excuse me. Okay. Okay, that certainly works. Why doesn't... For some reason it refuses to do like some sort of fade-in thing. It's really weird. I don't, maybe, I don't know. Bug? Question mark. Am I missing something? Really strange. Because it certainly works on the other stuff. Try on free, no trig. But yeah, but I mean, yeah. These like single shots don't seem to work. Oh well. Beautiful. Weird. Oh well. Oh. Because it's then triggered by the cowbell track. Not the... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, well, okay. Let's... You can do like a thing, relate. Is that the thing? Relate. Trig. Clap. Okay, whatever. Let's just make that a thing or something. I muted my... So I've actually... I muted my microphone. Anyway. Whoa. Weird. Okay, well, let's try and make some... Let's try and make some weird pattern here. That's too many trigs. Okay, not that crazy though. I think it should. sound. It's so good. Whoa, what? I've never heard a Machinedrum sound like that. That's so good. Yeah, this is the new, this is the Machinedrum X unofficial firmware, which is sick. It is really interesting for the Machinedrum. It's always had kind of, you know, more of a softness to it, I think, or like, I don't know, not that kind of crazy brittle, and like combined with oh, these are not samples at all. This is the synthesis. This is from the source, from the processor. Magic. No, it's numbers, but yeah, wow. Good job. Good job. I need a juice break. I need to get some more juice. I'll play some more of this pattern, maybe. It's gonna be short. Yeah, can definitely do the mic higher. Boop. Is that better? That should be pretty loud. Yeah, this is very good. Yeah, I actually updated my Machinedrum without a turbo MIDI as well, and it went pretty well. I don't know. I was cleaning the apartment at the same time, so I can't say how long it took, but probably 10 minutes-ish. I remember when I... it's a little hot maybe. I remember when I got my first Machinedrum, I bought a used UW Mark I many years ago. And the first time I was updating it, I was like, because I didn't have the turbo MIDI, I don't think. First time I was updating it, I was like, wow, this is not right. This took forever. But no, I mean, it just takes a while. Yeah. What are we doing now? We have more stuff to explore, right? I think. Should we try? Should we try and make some silly chiptune stuff with the? Well, okay. So I guess I should save this kit. I'll save it as okay. And just copy my voice over to the next. Let's do this pattern. Oh yeah, gotta change the kit, this stuff. And now I'm not muted. Oh, because if I trigger it. Okay, I wanted to copy the track though. It's really funny routing your voice into the Machinedrum. It's really funny. Play. The Matrix 4 OST. Yeah, hit me up, sisters. Well, did I just copy everything into it? Oh no, it's the same kit. Oh god, this stuff. Kit. Okay, cool, great. I'm back. Yeah, let's whoa. Let's, oh god, I want to try this with the pulse. This seems really stupid, but fun. Okay, yeah, tonal. Hello, it's muted. Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, the interface is still really good on this. Actually, resample your voice. Well, I don't know. Love this. Okay, LFO to pulse width. Let's do it. Let's do. Wow. Maybe I need to set it to like a middle position. Oh yeah, but that's a bit too much. Yeah. Yeah, it's very chip, isn't it? Chiptune. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it is by default, like a pulse width raw. Now I just realized how much work it will be to actually do something that's like. Can I do an arpeggio? Probably. Okay, can the scale? Oh, okay. 2 times. That's about right. La 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 la. It's a bit too fast, isn't it? That's good. Bear with me here. I have a plan, sort of. Oh. Wait. Oh God. Already. Yeah. Machinedrum Pro right here. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, this is not supposed to come out of this machine. What are we doing? Okay. Let's. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm getting carried away here. Let's try and make like a classic, stupid pulse bass drum. But we need noise. Oh God, this is gonna be so chaotic. Something like that, and then we have like 2 hits here, maybe. Boom, boom, and then okay. I'm trying to like see how this is gonna play out in my head, but you know. Oh God, the Machinedrum has this amazing thing I wanted to add to the Digitact so bad. Trig relations. It's so good because you can say that this this track triggers like the high tom track, and then you can layer voices super easy. Maybe. How do you do this? Oh, do you have to unmute it? No. Okay, I didn't. How do you wait? Anyone remember how to do this? Because I have forgotten. Trig relate is surely this track must be the one listening, right? Oh, is it just like really? No. Hello. How do you do this? I don't remember. How many synthesizers do we own? The MC202 right there. I own Digitone, some motorcycles, Division Department, drum machine. That's about it. I don't really have that many synths. How do I? Okay, whatever. Let's just. God, there is a way to do this, isn't it? Oh, okay. Sorry. It was a while since I used this machine. Although a lot of, oh God. I was just gonna say I got a lot muscle memory, but apparently no. But in any case, okay, that's kind of like a C64-ish. Now let's make a snare. Let's start with another pulse because, you know. God, this is gonna be stupid, but fun. Trigger. Okay, I gotta change this pattern, bear with me, but pretty fun though. I think a little slower. It's like, it's so fast. Okay. Let's do like a weird. Okay, what happened there? Oh, I see. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. God. I wonder, I guess, I'm thinking like, how could we make the ARP go up and down an octave? I guess with an LFO, probably. Let's try that. Okay, pitch. But does it offset the parameter locks? I can't remember. Well, okay, let's just try it. Yeah, okay, cool. Beautiful. I guess I need a trigger here. And then blah, blah, blah. Oh, 0 actually means 0, I see. Beautiful, beautiful. Something Sophie-inspired. Oh my God, that's hard. It's really hard. Okay. Okay, that was fun. Sophie-inspired? Jeez. That's really hard. Because, I mean, Sophie employed a lot of, the Machinedrum certainly has an FM synth and that stuff, which is like maybe 20% of the recipe. But I think the more important part is like the flanger effect, like to make these really metallic, weird sounds. And that's kind of hard to make on this. But I mean, yeah, okay, we can try. Let's try it. Let's save this. Someone mentioned, how do you, God. Someone mentioned ZZT, which is this fantastic old sort of game-making software that, well, maybe they referenced the band, actually. I just realized that the band name said ZT. But there was this fantastic game-making software that I love. Anyway. Okay. Did I just paste? What did I do? Oh. Oh, God. Okay. And then new pattern. Kit. Paste. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the Sophie sound is really just like her. I mean, I'm sure the Mono Machine played a big part in being like this inspiration board, but I mean, I think she really has a grasp on sound design that's very particular. And, you know, yeah, I'm sure she can do that on anything, really. She was quite amazing in that terms. Okay, let's turn the tempo a bit down. I tried making like a Sophie-ish metallic snare a while ago, but it was like on a different type of thing. I would bear with me. Never mind. No. I think maybe the cymbal. Let's say tonal. Oh, the cymbal doesn't have tonal. Oh no, that's sad. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to find like the most chaotic. Trying to like find the range of this voice, but I guess, you know, it would need like some weird ass. Whoa! I was wondering if that was gonna self-oscillate. I think it's gonna be hard because I think we need the effects to kind of hit. You know, I think it's gonna be really hard to make. I mean, we're gonna make, you know, we could make like a Sophie-esque sound on it, but it won't, you know, won't be the same thing. I really like the big jog wheel. Actually, it's a really nice. I mean, I don't know. It's like, you know, yeah, it might be not be like the most optimal way of doing this, but it's fun. I think it's like for the aesthetics of it and like for the way it feels to do this, it's quite nice. You know, I like it. I mean, the panel is kind of laid out nicely, I think. I mean, sometimes there's a little many function presses maybe, but I don't know. I think the UX is quite good. Yes, my projects are going well. I just released a synth. We just released a synth on this Friday, called Chiral. It's a phase shaping synthesizer. It's kind of West Coast-ish with MPE support, which is on the Maxwell I platform, and yeah, it's going really well, actually. Most of our income, me and my partner, Felicia, who is running Force together with me, most of our incomes come from that, actually. And it's really cool to be able to do that for like a living. And Chiral is probably our best-selling, or like fastest-selling synth so far. And I am not surprised. I think it's a big step above the other stuff. You know, I always try to like kind of, you know, take things to like a new level sort of, and like even out things I wasn't too happy about with other stuff. You know, it's always a learning process. And I feel like Chiral is really, really good. It hits like all the marks I wanted to, kind of, you know, it's light on CPU even. So that's cool. But yeah, it's going well. Yeah, and besides that, I'm doing consultancy work for audio companies, basically. Can't really talk too much about that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good life. I wake up whenever I want in the morning. I do whatever I feel like, kind of, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about Sophie's. It's very visceral sound design. I feel like I would spend too much time on trying to get it right, so that's probably why I don't really want to go into it. So let's maybe not, if that's okay. Yeah. What else is new? Oh, the LFO shapes. Yeah. Let's look at those. That's yes, good sound. Also one of my favorite sounds. Are there trials? No. It's kind of tricky with the Maxwell I stuff because since it's essentially open source, I can't really make any trials or demos. It's kind of sad, because you would just be able to open it up and disconnect that stuff and just make it work. And I could build a version that lacks features and it's like a free version. Maybe I could do that for a future product. I don't know, but yeah. But if like cost is a barrier, reach out to us and we'll try and help out. Yeah. Okay. So these are the classic. Oh Jesus! Is the classic LFO shapes, and I believe they added this one. Oh, it's like because I think the slides before that is. Oh yeah, because it's only slide. These slides I think begin on minus. So like this is a linear relative slide maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so it stops at like somewhere above. That's cool. Oh, and this is an exponential slide with the slope. That's cool. Point. Oh, and sine wave. Let's see. We can build the world's worst FM synth with this. But yeah, sine wave is always nice to have. Oh. It seems to be some sort of stepped. Oh, okay, so it triggers and then steps to like the next. So it's like a step and hold. And this looks like one single cycle of yeah, cool. Really nice additions. And for this, yeah, we have sort of the opposite. Yeah, logarithmic. That's quite nice. Inverted sine. What do we get if we what do we get if we take the two sine waves? Where is it? And yeah, nothing. Well, that's cool. Weird. Yeah, I really like the setup with LFOs where you can mix between them. I wish someone made some sort of thing like that again. I think a lot of stuff is really cool in the Machinedrum, especially the filter. I think is genius. Like the way you can make it a bandpass if you take down width. Anyway, yeah, what else to do? Anyone got any requests or questions or anything? I'm an open book. I'm all alone right now. And, bored at home. So I might just try and make like more. Machinedrum is simpler than Digitone. Yeah, in a sense, I guess. It's like sound design wise, I guess it's simpler because like you have these machines that you can just load in. Some of them are super cool, like the weird PI kit, which is sort of like a physical modeling, or sort of, it is a physical modeling kit made by Anders Jäder, who is one of the founders of Elektron. Brilliant guy. Unfortunately left a few years back, but I believe this one, the hard doesn't do anything. So the hard chords, yeah, we can do that. The hard parameter isn't mapped to anything. And I remember someone emailing about that, and I asked Anders, and and he was like, yeah, it seems like I forgot to map that, but you could tell them that it's a psychoacoustic parameter, which I thought was really good. It's really funny. Shout out to that guy, brilliant engineer. Yeah, let's do chords. What do you think improved your FM sound design the most? I feel like my sounds all sound too basic. I don't know. I kind of like basic FM sounds, actually. But I don't know. I think it's about, for me, I just tinkered a lot, I think. And when you get a feel for what things do, you start tweaking two operators or whatever. And you get a feel for what that does. And then you add a third one, and you kind of get a feel for what that does. And I don't know. At a certain point, I think you just reach this intuitive way of using it. But then there's, of course, a lot of stuff you can do that are very, very much outside of intuitiveness. But I think it's just like tinker around with it, get a feel for it, and like see it as steps. Like add a third operator and see what that does, and try to think of it like it's all chains or whatever. I don't know. It's hard to say what's like a good approach. Is it easier to go good in sound? Digitone looks for me less fixed. Yeah, Digitone is more general purpose. Machinedrum is much more focused on what it's doing. It's doing drum sounds, although you can go outside of what that means. It's still like a drum synth, and it has a greater cap on its sound design potential in a sense. Then again, you can also layer like 16 tracks on it, so you can make some sort of like crazy meta sound. I think both are very deep in terms of sound design. Yeah, I think that it's easier to make the Digitone sound good, I think. And I think that it just has a lot to do with the experience that existed when making it, kind of, making sure things are in a parameter space that, makes sense, and that the algorithms sound really nice. I mean, as in like, the distortion. Because like the MD is all about, the Machinedrum is all about the rough edges, right? It's like cool because it's weird. Although a lot of it is, I think, very well made too, a lot of it is very weird. So if that makes any sense. But yeah, let's try and make some chords. Let's use the. I really like the saw engine, actually. That's probably my favorite of the new ones, because it's. I like the skew thing, where you can kind of balance things a little bit. Again. How do I go about making a proper long chord progression on Digitone? I find the 64 steps a bit limiting. I usually turn down the track scaling. It's essentially this menu, but on the Digitone, and you can change this value, the 1x to this would be what? What does that mean? 3 seconds times? Okay, whatever. On Digitone, you can do like half time. You can have one track going half time. So I just put one of the tracks really low and do like a chord progression on that, and the rest of the tracks run in like the regular. And you can do that in the advanced scaling setup if you enable that. Did I have any other machine ideas for the mod cycles? Yes, I did. Can't say more than that, I don't think. But yeah, there was one, yeah. that didn't quite make it. Yeah. Lycka till. Hello, Jenk. Good to see you, man. From all the way over in Neukölln. Initially, I was thinking we should have done this sort of stream together where we just go at this thing and find some weird shit to do. Maybe we'll do that next weekend. You know? Take that as an open threat. Yeah, chords. What was I doing? Oh, right. Okay, skew. I like the skew. Let's do that. So yeah, again, it's 24 tet. So it's like a little weird in terms of tuning. It's quarter notes, which means that it's two steps per semitone, I believe. So this is like in between. So 0 would be, I don't know what the bass tuning is, but let's say it's a C. So 0 would be C, and 1 would be in between C and C sharp, and 2 would be C sharp. Yeah, so that's a second, I guess it's called in music theory lingo. So I guess 8 would be something. Sorry, I made a cowbell. Chords? Yes. Actually, the sign, I guess, is better because it has 4. Did I load tonal? Oh. Yeah, I mentioned this at the beginning. You can change now from default to tonal. I forgot to do that for this one. For minor, do +3 and 7. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, just useful, you know, little chord generator. So I guess every number derivative, like divisible by 2, would be in 12 tone. God, I guess we could make some really cheesy dub techno or something. I don't know where I'm going with this. So stupid. But yeah, you know, you can make some little chords. Machinedrum reminds me of, oh, dude, it's so Silent Hill. It's really creepy. Did you, Jenk, I have to show you this thing. I made like a stupid. Let's see if it still works. Oh, right. I can't load kits. I have to load patterns. Anyway, in case you missed it before. These kits. I'm so not used to thought you would enjoy that. I'm so not used to the kit thing. I haven't used the Machinedrum in forever. Yeah, I mean, let's explore. Let's explore the. What did we do that crazy bass drum with? Was it the? Let's try and make some. Let's try and make some drums out of the like basic. Let's try and make like synthesize a new drum voice for us. Okay, that's a little high maybe. Yeah, so basically let's try and make like a sound design thing from scratch. It's a little clicky. Okay, we got our bass thing and probably want like overtones. Decent techno-ish. Okay, and let's layer that with. So basically, I just like did like a little offset on the sine wave, so it's like has the rumble to it. And now I'm gonna add a like a little noise transient to it. Super subtle. And then I'm gonna add another noise thing. Yeah, it's some sort of sound. Let's then make some sort of pling. I'm gonna roll with the tonal. Actually, no, I'm not gonna roll with the tonal. Make the reverb huge. guess we could just do like a freaking hi-hat thing. I don't know, just trying to make the most generic techno thing in the existence of everything because, I don't know, it's fun, you know. Yeah, stupid. I miss my IDM drums. That was more up my alley. But yeah, I mean, it's really fun to build stuff from scratch with the new ground machines because you can just like, you know, you can layer overtones, you can layer sine with noise, etc., etc. It's really cool. Yeah, let's try and do like a. Did I do a drum with a saw before? Let's go back to the pattern actually. When I keep working on this. That's good. Let's copy that. Make it. Kinda nice. Oh. Fun little jam. Yeah, I mean, these machines really, I think the machines really opens up like a dimension of the Machinedrum that isn't so, that you don't hear so often, especially like the sharper stuff, like the saw and the pulse and stuff. That kind of that like sharpness is something that isn't really there on the Machinedrum before, and I think it really makes it a really cool addition. That really excited to see where they go with this. I mean, who knows? I would imagine, if they could do that, it's probably, it's a good indication of what could come next. As said before, this is the unofficial Machinedrum X OS that I'm playing around with, trying out some of the new machines. Most of these sounds, besides like the melody stuff, was the the new machines. And for me, especially like these. Let's see, all this stuff. Like these sounds, I think, are really interesting. I've got like a very short delay on it, so that's why it sounds so weird. Still, if you could do like a dubstep, or no, not dubstep, but like a drum and bass. Okay, Could do like a. Oh no, it doesn't have trigless whatevers. Yes, sure. fun. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm running out of the creativeness. Wow, these machines are fun. Yeah, pretty damn cool. I've never made a Machinedrum save kit. I never made a Machinedrum thing that sounds like that. Let's see. This is my kit. Let's see. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I'm just getting tired or whatever. But yeah, wow. Thanks for joining me exploring this. Yeah, really cool. I mean, I think this, yeah, as I said, these like sharp sounds, they haven't really been in there before. I think I know why. I mean, I think a lot of concerns about like aliasing and stuff. But they sound good. And I mean, like with the effects and everything, it's, yeah, it just makes it really weird. Like strange. But yeah, you know, let's do some more Q&A or whatever before I go. Or if there's one last thing you just have to see, let me know. I'll try and entertain. I've got time. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, really. Kind of. This is 6. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's this like MIDI command thing for it where you can expand the features and stuff. I don't have that, but that basically brings you the more like modern features of Elektron stuff to the Machinedrum, which really makes it something else. I mean, this stuff with like parameter or with conditionals and stuff will just be wild. Which the use all 16 LFOs. Jesus, that's a tall order. I don't even know what I would do. Yeah, micro timing would be nice. What do you have plugged into? What do you have plugged into A? Can we use it? Oh, it's my mic. It's me. We can definitely use me. I can add a reverb. It's really cool. Some, yeah. A modulation. So it sounds really annoying when I talk. Yeah. Sounds really good. Hello. Digitone versus Machinedrum. Yeah, I mean, I think what I showed tonight is just like a percentage of the synthesis on Machinedrum. Like the Machinedrum's FM stuff is similar, I guess. You know, you can go into similar spaces, but some stuff in the Machinedrum is very different. Like I believe the cymbal engine. God, what did I name that pattern? I'm sorry. It was a joke. I have nothing but love for Jenk. Like this cymbal. I don't know, kind of weird. I think it has a lot of operators, more than a digitone, this one. I'm pretty sure, I looked at the code sometime, and I'm pretty sure it has a few more. But I mean, yeah, I mean, broad strokes, yeah. Kind of similar if you're gonna do FM stuff. You could definitely emulate a lot of the Machinedrum flair with the digitone. But you know, it's not the same thing really. You know, at all in a way, or like, you know, there's also like physical modeling stuff in this. Okay. You know, like weird. Maybe actually this could be a good Sophie thing. But yeah, I mean, the Machinedrum is really special. It has a lot of like type of synths that you don't really find much anywhere, besides some like fairly obscure software, I would say, which is really cool. The digitone is, you know, FM, and the Machinedrum is quite a lot more. So they do very different things, although parts of them can be emulated. You know. Yeah. Oh, no, I wanted to. This is already. You know, it's very fascinating. All the sounds in the Machinedrum. It's like so alien. Like, yeah, these aren't tunable, unfortunately. But yeah. Ride. Yeah, the ranges is weird. Well, I think that's it for tonight. It's been almost 3 hours. It's been fun. It's been fun jamming a bit, making some weird sounds, spending some time with this classic machine. I have so much love for this. Yeah. You know, I wish someone makes something that's, you know, rivals it someday. I think it's needed. It needs to be another Machinedrum or something that's like, you know. Is the Machinedrum distortion analog known? Definitely not. It's very, very digital. It's just like, I think it's just like clipping almost, you know. See a good sound. Like if you listen to a sine wave, you can kind of hear that it's just like kind of just makes it into a square wave almost. No, everything is very digital except for the input stage and the output, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm gonna say goodnight, and thanks for joining. It's been really fun, and I think maybe sometime this week or next weekend, I would like to stream a bit of M8 Tracker. If anyone knows what that is, it's this really amazing. I mean, it's a piece of software, but it's also a hardware kit with this like handheld tracker. And I would really like to do some streams where I mess around with that. It has a really cool built-in FM synth. And yeah, the guy who makes it is great. And I would like to show that a little bit. So maybe next weekend or sometime I'm gonna show that off, and certainly do more Force streams. One with Carol playing like MP stuff is like a given to do. I've got this Sensal Morph to play, and yeah, I would really love to show that off a bit more. But yeah, yes, Trash 80 is the person who makes the MA Tracker. A great musician as well. Shout out to him. Super excited to someday get my hands on a hardware unit. But yeah. Also, he's taking pre-orders now, so check that out on Patreon. So yeah, but yeah, thanks. Good night, and see you around the internet or whatever. Bye.